Welcome to our series, Learn Jujitsu. Today we got a few things for you. We got some exercises, and we got some drills we're going to do. So let's go right into that. You'll see first is the exercises. The next, we're going to do some cool drills. And then we'll get into techniques. So remember, this is a Learn Jujitsu for him and I. If you could learn something off this, that's cool. That's awesome. But if you really want to learn Jiu-Jitsu, go to the black belts in Jiu-Jitsu. We got Jiu-Jitsu gi, but these black belts are from Kempo. So have fun with this series. Watch us struggle and watch us have fun doing this. The path to learning, sometimes you have to venture out, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's what we're doing. Okay, here's some of our warm-up that we're doing. Dave's going to do 30 seconds on the ab wheel. I'm going to do 30 seconds of this stretchy thing, which I have a terrible stretch this way. That's why we're doing this. And then we're going to switch. But we're not going to record all that. Let's do this. Ready? The next exercises we're going to do is, I got this roller. We're going to roll the leg, 15 seconds on one leg, 15 seconds on the other leg. This will get the blood flowing, and then we go into training. Dave's going to have this ball underneath one hip as he lets the other hip dangle off. But the side that he's got the ball on, he's going to have his head towards that side. And that's going to be 15 seconds on each side. And then when we're done, we switch. I get the ball, Dave gets the roll. Alright, ready? Get set. Now I love this roller, man. This thing gets that blood flow going nice. I'm going to go fast because I want a lot of blood circulation. It's only 15 seconds. Okay, here's a drill I made up myself. I like this. I believe, from my experience in doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is, a little bit, but I noticed one thing is how to move from the guard position my way. I had to figure my own ways too. But here's a drill I got from here. So we got the guard. What I'm going to do is shift off. Shift off. Good. So from here, I get the guard position with the bag. I'm going to dig my foot in and then dig this foot in, turning my body. That's one exercise that we're going to do. I did a little bit. Dave's going to do a little bit on the film, but we're actually going to do like 30 seconds of this each. And then we're going to get on and show you from the guard position. Okay, Dave is doing it. Now Dave's putting his foot on the floor and doing this too. That's another way we could do when we're on somewhere and Dave's moving around. This is new for Dave. Last week we did it. So it's still pretty new, right, Dave?
Yep.
Good.
Still trying to figure it out.
So Dave's going to get in my guard. I'm going to show you how I use this. All right, so Dave's in my guard here. Like if you tie up Dave, I can put a foot on his hip and shove him around like this. Or I can even put my foot on the floor, same thing. Now I can be tying this arm up, boom, lock. I can be coming up here, shifting up, arm bar. I can be running here, get the leg over the neck, shift off, triangle choke. I could be here, Kimura. Those are some of the uses that I have doing that. So Dave is going to work it from here. Grab me up, Dave. Put a foot on my hip. Now shift your weight. Is this, nope, wrong direction. This leg goes over here, then you turn that way. So you can be in here to here.
I see.
So now grab my arm here. Now do that. There you go. Alright, so now grab this arm. Now do that. Yeah. So you got different ways you can do that. Now do the other side. Shift off. See how you're trying to turn here. Use your foot to dig in there. Squeeze your thigh into me and move your body from your legs. Now see how you start tossing me over this side more? That's the use that I have for that. All right, good. Bring the other leg. Good. Now put your foot to the floor and shift up. And when we get into submissions with you, that's where we're going to start doing that stuff. So like here, come in my gird. So at this point, I can be keeping it back. I can shift off. I don't even have to be that deep. Now look where I'm at. Now I'm giving myself options. I'm scissoring. You don't do it. I'm right here. Look at this. You gave me an arm. That's how I use that. Dave and I are going to work on Osoto Gari. Did I say that pretty depressing? I did, didn't I? All right. So from here, we're linked up. So the way we're going to do it today, all right, somehow I got the thumb back here, I got this grip. The reason we're doing this is to give something different instead of always being here. I'm already here. Grab a hold of me. I'm grabbing the gi here, I'm pulling this in to here. So now on my step, as this shoulder goes up into his face, this arm can push. So look at what I'm doing here, is my arm is pushing up on that shoulder muscle. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
And it kind of turns it. I'm doing that as I'm pushing down on the gi. So without the gi, right, I can still come on in here. Now I got the throw. Oh, Dave, where we at? We're out of the range. We're going to just edit that one out, huh? All right. So at this point here, I can even go without the gi and just use the arm over top. But right now, we're just working this. Grab, we're pushing this down, we're coming in. So now I'm posturing Dave backwards. I'm imposing my will on him. This way it comes around, and what I'm doing is just bumping this. I'm lifting. I'm not trying to take him down right now. But yeah, if we take it down, we can bow. There's different directions. The funny thing is when you start looking up this stuff to grow, there's so many different variations.
Yeah.
It makes sense though, because people are always moving in judo, jiu-jitsu. We're on the move, especially with the karate. We have a lot of different stuff in the kempo, don't we?
Right.
Variations because of it's not the same. No one's going to move exactly the same way. So we have to have different things. So go ahead, Dave. Work on that a little bit. Get your thumb in there. You got your thumb in there? There you go. So I can be here even. Now take this, grab it with these fingers, pull it down like this as you're coming in here, and then right there. Now see, now go in here, go do it again. Now from here, keep your leg with a slight bend like this. It's going to be a straight leg for the most part, like a stiff leg. Okay, come on, go. I'm here, and then that's it. What's nice about this version of taking the elbow in, this is the easiest one I find. Trying to do this stuff and come across and shake, that's hard for me still. That doesn't mean we're going to stop working that because it's hard for me. No, we're going to work on that. Do it again, Dave. Step. Get that thumb, push that shoulder here. That's it. Now kick the leg up. Now fly, fall, let me go. As I said, we weren't going to take each other
Right,
down,
right.
but you were so deep on there, so just go for it. So from here, I'm probably going in here. I help you down. So we're not having to beat the crap out of each other. So that's one variation of Soto Gari. We're just looking to get better at this, so
Yeah.
keep it going. So that doesn't mean we're not going to go back to the other grip for our own training. We might not film it, but we're going to work it still because we want to get better. Ochigari is the inside reaping throw. I didn't say it on the last part. Soto Gari is the outer reaping throw. All right, so at this point, we're going to go with the same idea. So this time as I coming in here, Dave steps back. Now I'm coming in here. Now I bent my knee for the sake of just to do that, so I could get the hold of that and not throw you. But the problem is with that, if I train that way, it's going to create a bad habit. So I want you to try that for a moment. Bring that down, same thing, just step. Now I can step back like this, right? So come in, do the same sweep like that. You see that works?
Yeah.
Now all you have to do is push forward and you got me down. Now that's not the way I like to do it. I actually like to hook my leg across when I do it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like I said, there's different variations.
Yeah.
This one's hard for me because I feel like I'm gonna fall down on the knee to the crotch. So from here, as I go to do this, I step back, I catch that leg. See, I can go that way
Yeah.
and take you. But if I jump you off this way, you're going the ground that way.
Right.
All right, go ahead. Look at that. So maybe here's step. Do it again. Yeah, begin pushing downward with that, and then that's where the fall would happen. All right, so I'm going to go and take it down to start break fall. Like I said, at this point here, yeah. Oh man, I got sloppy. There's a wall there really quick.
Yeah.
You see how quick that was?
Yeah.
But you see that I didn't want to really lift. I was losing balance. I was like, crap. But I still had control. We were going to go down, but the wall was there.
Right.
So I can see how that trip. Sometimes it gets sloppy with anything naturally. But of course, we want to have the most beautiful throw ever. All right, go. So at this point, you're stepping in. This comes in. Back. You're hooking that. All right, watch this one, right? As I come in here. Now, see, I can start turning you, right? That way, right? Or watch this. Ooh, change my angle. I got that. There, you're stretched out.
Yeah.
I love having this all sloppy, and we're going to get better at that one. That's not my better one. Osoto, I'm actually better at than this one. I got this to work, but it's not my favorite. It's a weird one for me. So you see me struggle with it, too. One more time. Go, Dave. You do it. Over here. Now, Dave does that, bang. We're going to have to work that and get smoother at that. If you got any pointers, let us know. Leave a bleep bloop in the bottom. This next move I'm a little more comfortable with. I love doing things I'm comfortable with. I also like doing the things I'm not comfortable with because it makes you grow. But this one is Kota Gesh. It's a wrist lock. So basically, we're going to come up on this wrist here. What I like to do is this. I was watching an old video of Wally J and his black belts are just doing this. I thought, what the heck are they doing? Then it hit me and I go, it changed my world on a lot of these things. So as I'm grabbing the pad of the thumb, I'm pushing on here, taking the slack out of the wrist. Then I'm going to cross my hand over on top. Then I'm going to take them down. So from this way. So this is just a basic lock right from here. This is easy. There's different ways you get to this. But from this point, don't even give it to me like that. What if I grab it, then I'm right here, then I'm right here, and I got that. And that's without me putting a lot of effort. If I want to, I move, Dave's going down. Dave go boom. Too soon. Dave's going to do it on me now. Do the grab here. That's it. Other side. Good. In the Kempo, we have a technique called Japanese hands. And so it's supposed to be a grab or a push. I like to do it from a push, and we roll off and we do some footwork with it. It could basically be just a hand throw too on that technique. It doesn't have to be this lock. Because at that technique here, you can just come in and just do a hand throw without destroying the wrist. You all right, Dave?
Yeah.
So at that point, you could do a basic right there. Same idea. I'm just putting less pressure on the wrist because you'll break that wrist a lot of times. All right, so from here, cross grab. So we could do it from here. We come up. With grip. Dave's got a tight grip on me. Not really. He's kind of weak. Now, Dave's actually stronger than me. I know. It's hard for me to admit. But what I'm going to do is push on the pad of his hand. Let's go over here to this ankle. Here's what I like to do is push on the pad of the hand and then put my thumb in the back. So I'm doing this movement right here that helps me break that grip. So when I'm doing this, it's harder for Dave to have a tight grip, and then I peel out with the weak part of his grip is the thumb and the pinky, or not the pinky, the index finger. So here, that's a kind of weird thumb you got there.
Right.
All right, no. So from here, bang, then I got the lock, and I'm gonna come in here. Yeah, good. So Dave's got my wrist. I'm gonna do what I just said, peel that off, coming out. I'm gonna come up with a circular motion. Once I got this in here, I'm squeezing that hand with this one, just collapsing it. You see how he's starting to move? It's very easy for me. I'm going to do this side for Dave to give that wrist a break. So if I'm here, I can come up here and go, right? Now watch this. Now I do it with intent. You all right? Did you feel that more?
Yeah, I did.
You okay?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's ideas coming right through. So at this point, I'm up into here to here. That squeeze right there, man, that just does it. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, do me a favor. Hit subscribe. And then hit that bell so you get the notifications. Here's my new news. I just started doing memberships. So if you're interested in doing a membership on this channel, go ahead and do that. Here's what you would get on that. You'll get the early releases on the videos, but I'm going to have special videos just for members. I had plans of doing my own system just for YouTube years ago. I touched a little bit on it, but I was thinking about doing that system on there. I don't know if I'm going to give belts or anything, but I was going to just do the whole system on for members. I don't want to do the Tracy's Karate system. There's people who have schools all over the country still, people teaching that system. I'm not going to do that, so I created my own things I'm going to do. So if you're interested in that, let me know if that's something you want. Leave a comment down below and say, hey, that sounds pretty good. Another thing I would probably start to do in the future for the members is, if there's something you want me to put out, I might just put it out just for the members. I may or may not, it depends. I mean, if you ask a ridiculous request, of course not, but if something I could do, I'm happy to do that. So check out that, and also check out my website, betterlife75.com. All right, you can find things on that website. You can find merchandise, all that jazz. So check it out. God bless.